Ladies and gentlemen, we actually received more updates on the case to update all of you. A few days ago, on the night of 12 February, Mr. Martin Burberry was admitted to the hospital, and 2 days later, his stepdaughter Bridget was also admitted to the hospital. And the last meal that all of them have eaten was the chicken chaser cooked by Maria. And we observed there's one wine on the table as well, which was given by Team Dollar a couple of weeks ago. So from here, we actually collected some more evidence from the crime scene, and again, we will require the assistance of the chemist team to help with the investigation.
Okay, hello everyone. We meet again. Where in order to determine the extra cause of the death, we explore advanced forensic techniques. The first one is the blood analysis, including tested for toxic heavy metals and alcohol using GLC and ICP-MS, ICP-OES, and also environmental sample analysis, including investigated food, water, and air samples. Also, according to the result of the Miss Marie's body, we find the sodium is the main element. So we make the specific element analysis, conducted target testing for sodium posing using AES. Okay, next. Okay, so we chose some different technologies, including GLC, ICP-OES, ICP-MS, and AES. Here are their detection limit, sensitivity level, and target element. Okay, next. Okay, let's talk about the result of family results. The first one is the blood sample from Mr. Martin Burberry. From the peak of the GLC, we find alcohol was not a cause of admitting to hospital because a low amount of alcohol was found in his blood and below the legal limit to drive. And from the table, we can see the concentration of cilium in the blood was 40 times the limit concentrations, and it will pose a severe risk of acute poisoning. And it leads to abdominal pain, vomiting. Even more high levels can result in multi organ failure, common, and even death. Okay, next sample is the Martin's hair. From the table, we can see the cilium content in his hair was less than limit, and the hair samples showed no damage to the roots by using SEM-XRF, indicating that he had not been exposed to cilium for a long time. Meanwhile, the manganese and lead content in his hair was slightly higher than the limit. It is not the main reason to admit to hospital. It may be related to his job because Mr. Martin is a public health inspector. Okay, next sample is the blood of the Miss Bridget Barbers. The results are the same as Mr. Martin's, which shows 40 times the limit concentration of cilium, indicating acute cilium poisoning. Okay, next sample is the hair of the Bridget. The cilium content in her hair was less than limit, and the hair samples showed no damage to the roots, indicating that he had also not been exposed to cilium for a long time. However, selenium concentrations in her hair samples were 20 times higher than limit. This can cause chronic cilium poisoning, but it is not the main reason. It probably suffering from downdraft and has taken special medicine or using shampoo containing selenium. Okay, next. For the further analysis, toxicology of family results shows that both two people had been exposed to cilium recently, but no cilium was detected in their hair, so they were not exposed to cilium for a long time. Therefore, Mr. Martin Barbary and Miss Brigitte Barber were in a state of acute psyllium poisoning. Maybe psyllium can be introduced into their bodies through food and drink. There are some samples at the scenes, including chicken chasa, half 4 bottle of chili carbonate as venue, quarter full bottle of Jacobus quick dry Riesling, part 4 bottle of homemade gooseberry wine, 1999 TD, and beer. Okay. Will next, my partner will explain the result.
Okay, so now let's go over our further investigation results, which focus on identifying and also quantifying toxins in the various substances collected from the crime scene. And we use different analytical methods to examine 5 different samples, which is the red wine, white wine, the gooseberry wine, and also the chicken chaser. So let's go to the first row, which is identification of the liquid using GLC-FID. So for the liquid identification, GLC-FID was used, and the red wine, white wine, beer, and also the gooseberry wine were all confirmed to have no organic toxin presence. So this means there were no unexpected chemical compounds in these beverages that could have directly caused poisoning. And moving to the second row, which is quantification of each element using ICP-MS. So this ICP-MS was like to quantify elements present in each liquid. So the red and white wines contain elements within normal ranges, with thallium levels being considerably low. However, the gooseberry wine showed a concerning thallium concentration of 16.1 ppm, and the chicken chaser contained an even higher level of 26.7 ppm. This suggests that these 2 items were the primary sources of thallium exposure. And so we then conducted further elemental quantification using graphite furnace atomic absorption spectroscopy, or AAS, and also inductively coupled plasma optical emission spectroscopy, which is ICP-OES. And both tests confirmed that the chicken chaser contained 26.7 ppm of thallium, which is reinforcing the findings from the ICP-MS. And finally, the forensic fingerprint analysis revealed a key piece of evidence, which is Mr. Tim Dollar's fingerprint was found on the gooseberry wine bottle. So this is a critical finding, as it directly links to him to one of the sources of the thallium poisoning. So in summary, the results indicate that both the gooseberry wine and also the chicken chaser was contaminated with dangerously high levels of thallium. And the presence of Tim Dollar's fingerprint on the contaminated wine bottle makes him a prime suspect in this poisoning case. And these findings will be essential in establishing the motive and also finalizing a conclusion. So I will be passing to our officer. Thank you.
Thank you, Tim. So based on these toxicology results and all of this forensic evidence and the motive analysis, the most likely suspect in the murder of Mrs. Mara Barbary is Mr. Tim Dollar. So his fingerprints on the contaminated wine bottle, and as well the history of the property dispute, we see is establishing a strong link between him and the crime. So our team will next apply for Tim Dollar's arrest and will search for the source of thallium in his house.